Okay, people, so just before the start of this video, I just want to quickly explain the premise of it. So my friend Jack, who's actually going to be playing the game in this series, is completely new to Tomb Raider as a series. So he's never played the games, never seen the games played, any of that type of stuff. And with all the talks of obviously the remasters coming out and then potentially making a new version of Tomb Raider but in the old style, like a completely new game but in the old style, it brought the question to mind of how well that would actually do, because obviously I would love for that to do really well and for them to make a bunch more games in this style. I would obviously play them no matter what, but it did make me think, like, would they actually do well enough to make more than one of this style of Tomb Raider again, and whether the mainstream market would actually purchase the game. So I've got Jack in, who is someone he's not going to have to learn how to play games. He's played a lot of video games. He's very good at games. He's very experienced. But he's never played this game, so he's never had to experience tank controls. He's never had to experience this kind of level building. And I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see and get his opinions on a game that I've put so much time into. So yeah, that's the idea behind it. Obviously I won't be telling him everything that he needs to know, and I also won't be sending him in completely blind though either. So if there's things that it's just like, you should know this but the game doesn't tell you, but you really should know it, then obviously I'll tell him. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully it does bring us a bit of insight. He will give us opinions on the game when each of the levels finishes, so we'll be able to get a really good insight into basically what it would be like for a completely new player to experience these games. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. If you do, make sure to like and comment, hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be making our way through the whole game, and leave any suggestions for whether you think he should get more tips, less tips, if there's anything in particular that you're like, this is something that really you should know before you go in, that you don't really find out for the game, because I will let him know that stuff. And yeah, other than that, let's get into it and let's see how he does. What's going on, people? It's Bobby and welcome back to another video on the channel. This is my mate Jack, and in this video we're going to be playing the first Tomb Raider game from a completely new player's perspective. We've gone through the tutorial in Lara's home and I've showed Jack the buttons and how tough this game is genuinely going to be. So we're just going to crack straight on with it. The only rules we've got in place literally are, I've let him know that he's got to save on his own, because obviously the crystals don't work in this game. And if Jack has any questions, he can ask me 2 questions per level, or he can do 1 Google search and leave it up on the screen so he can see exactly what he's got to do. Other than that, I'm going to do my absolute best to keep quiet unless it's like necessary. I'm not trying to be sly. And we're just going to see how far we make it and get an opinion on the game and the levels as we go. Other than that, after each level, what I'll do is I'll run back through the level and I'll actually run through it the way I would do it, just so we can compare and see a difference between like a brand new player and what would happen if you'd played for too long, basically. So you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's crack straight in. If you click game, and then just new game, and we'll just go from there. Yeah. What I'll do whilst we're thingy, I'll give you the headset just so it doesn't come through on the mic.
Was this the first ever game in the series?
Literally the first game, 1996.
And it was a game before it was a film?
Yeah. I don't think the films come out till the 2000s, you know, it's a while.
I was going to say. Like I say, I know nothing about Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Apart from Angelina Jolie.
Beyond that now. Yeah, there's I'll even be honest, the cutscenes, if for the first time watching them, they tell you basically nothing. Like, it's just a cutscene. Like, if you read into it, you can tell what's going on, but they don't give you any backstory or anything like that. It's not really that kind of game. It's quite loaded,
so you
yeah.
I wanted to. Oh yeah.
Is that all right?
Sweet.
Yeah, it's just a dial on the side. So essentially what happens is you get hired by a woman called Jacqueline Natler to go and collect an artifact for her, and it just turns into a shit show, basically.
It's giving me Uncharted vibes then.
Well, Uncharted came off this, so
Yeah, well, that's what I was
I
saying.
think it was literally based around the gameplay of Tomb Raider. It'd be surprising if it wasn't. If you do want to skip at any point, it is just the X button. It's up to yourself. There's no like super long movie scenes or anything in it.
May as well give it a watch.
The first level's called Caves, so you're in Peru, and you just gotta go and find the artifact, and it's just like a tutorial basically. There's only very basic enemies. I'll teach you how to shoot, because obviously Lara's home doesn't have guns, so I will teach you how to shoot.
I've forgot the basic controls already.
Yeah, it's worth saying we are playing on tank controls as well, so we haven't thrown like the new modern controls on. And to be honest, I reckon that'll help you, because the modern controls don't work with the block system and the jumps and stuff, so you'd have to judge it yourself.
Jesus,
I'll show you some footage afterwards of people playing modern, and they're like spinning on the spot to build up speed to jump and stuff. Like it worked weird in this game in particular. That's how it used to look back in the day. Like
Made that as
just
grainy
fuzzy.
as...
Yeah.
Reminds me a bit of like RuneScape graphics.
Yeah.
That old school
Just pixelated.
pixelated vibe.
I used to watch this when I was younger. I was about, what would I have been when I first started playing? Like 5. I used to watch this cutscene over and over again. I thought it was like the best thing since like
Really,
bread. Yeah, all the time. With the wolves. I think it's funny that she pulls out the knife as well, because the knife is not a weapon in the game. Just not a thing. You can put the shades on though if you want to.
Yeah, we're gonna rock the shades.
Here's our little mate, absolute goner.
It's all gone sour. It's all gone wrong.
Right, as it loads up now, I'll teach you straight away at the start how to shoot, and I'll try my best to sit back then and just wince. Stuff happens.
Right.
It's up to you what graphics you're playing, because it won't make a difference to the gameplay at all. There's you can change on the fly as well. So
Yeah, we might switch.
if you press triangle, you get your guns out, and then you hold X to shoot. The pistols are unlimited.
Ammo, yeah.
Later on, I'll probably teach you the shortcuts to pull out separate weapons, but otherwise, it's just tap the touchpad, and that's how you access everything there. So you can scroll through.
All right.
And it'll just, like, all your medical
Cool.
items will go in there, all your weapons, your ammo, everything will go in there. And when you pick stuff up, there'll be another option above where you can see the artifacts and things you've picked up.
Yeah.
Um,
Distance travel. Jesus.
Other than that, welcome to Caves, lad. Enjoy. The first level ever made.
Add it up a little bit. Whoa. Why did... Jesus. Okay. We're straight in with the owl baby traps.
I'll teach you how to save in a sec when you go around this corner. It's a touchpad down and there's a little book, and you can save in the book. Just remember to save as often as you want, because otherwise
Touchpad
it's
down.
the book. So if you go in the book, it'll have a save game option there.
We may as well do one now then.
Yeah, and just that's it, save.
So it's saved.
Yeah.
So
You can click in the left stick, I think, as well. I'm not sure.
she wants to go up there, I'm guessing, but
Yeah, if you hold L1, it does look. It doesn't tell you that either. So if you hold down L1, you can look around without moving.
alright. And the secret stuff.
Yeah, and secrets mainly just sometimes they have traps in, but mainly it's like they'll have like health items in or extra ammo, stuff like that.
Right.
In terms of the pistols, though, you'll have its maximum.
Right, okay. We'll leave that. If it's secret, I can't get up there. We'll just carry on. I feel like I want to, but
I mean, take as long as you want. Like
be all
it
day.
is the first level, so it's. I will say it's. There's no like deadly enemies or anything really. There's like one enemy that might get to you.
Look at me. Oh, trying to get past me, little secrets.
So
All that for some health.
Yeah, it's got a med pack in. So you can pick that. It doesn't immediately give you health. It just stores.
Right, okay. That actually doesn't look bad graphics wise.
No, it looks so much nicer.
There's just something retro about the old school feel.
What
It's actually more scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's well, it couldn't see as far either, so the background will be blacked out.
Oh, aye, yeah. Oh shit.
At my first point there where I wanted to tell you something, but I left it.
What, shoot them?
You can shoot them, yeah. They're only bats like they're basically harmless, but
Right. I'm scared. I'm taking everything with caution.
it's not a bad mentality to go in with.
It's just one of them games, innit? Like you say, the fun back in the day was half of the fun was the exploring and the
Yeah, you have to discover
like starting
literally
again over and over, dying.
every bit of it.
But I'm not letting it make a fool of me, which it probably will at some point. But
This level probably won't, to be fair, but there'll definitely be a few moments where it's like, oh no.
right,
It's more the buttons and stuff, really. So I've left on all the UI and stuff. That wasn't like that little hand that shows up. That wasn't in the first game.
no,
That
wasn't
wouldn't
it?
have
No,
told
'cause I was
you to-
thinking
It wouldn't have told you to pull that lever. They added that in to, like, give some help, I suppose.
right. I guess we've got to go up there, but we'll explore.
Yeah. Well, that's why I
See
actually
the
like the look
skulls.
feature in this game. I think there's too many games now that don't have a feature to just look around without moving your character.
Yeah. Wait, did that have that in the original, or was that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Back on the day when you had no analogues on the pad. I held a PS1 pad again the other day for the first time in a while, and the thing is tiny.
Yeah, it
like,
is, innit?
your hands are like
You
joined
don't
together.
realise. It's like everything in the world, like even cars. You look
Yeah.
at old cars, they're tiny now, and everything's
yeah.
big. Like a Mini Cooper back in the day was about that big.
Yeah, well, we threw the we
Same
done the
with the
MX-5 battery to the tip before,
Did you?
and we pulled it out, and it is like it's tiny, like it's
Is it?
it's like that, it's like a little block, like a video game battery.
Yeah, everything's bigger now. What's going on here? Can't get up here, I'm guessing, but I feel like this is just, I'm taking it too slow though. This is probably like the easiest level. Oh my god. What? I'm panicking. Mate. I'm just spraying. I'm not even...
She will auto aim. You've
God.
killed them. I'll
Right.
give you one tip because I think it might be important. You're best to move when you're shooting. If you stand in one place, you'll get killed. Like,
Yeah.
definitely.
Did that just move, or was that me?
Don't know if that's one of your two questions. I can answer that question.
Oh right, yeah. Swear that moved. Oh no, it's...
No, I'll be honest.
Never mind,
It's
never mind.
if you go up to it, it's a bit weird. That statue, it kind of looks like it's moving, but it's not. It's because it used to be fully 2D. Like if you go into old graphics,
Alright.
it literally used to be 2D.
Oh yeah.
So it just looks dead weird now.
What are we even doing here? I didn't see that tunnel before. Is it a tunnel? It's not a tunnel.
It's the cave, lad, innit? Caves.
I haven't got the patience. I can imagine if you just after you play for a while and you do something like that, it's just like,
Well, that's the reason I wanted to do the game, because I thought that people have been talking about whether they're going to make a new Tomb Raider, but in this style, like the old style.
yeah.
And I'd love it, but I was thinking, like, will new players even play it?
No, because everything's fast paced in like the modern era, innit?
Yeah.
Like everything's about stuff like this. It's like,
Yeah, it probably, in a lot of games now, it wouldn't have even let you fall off that ledge. Whereas in this game, there could be anything below that, and you could fall off it. Like, it will just let you fall.
yeah,
So you do have. That's why I wanted to show you the tutorial first, so you could see how walking works, and it stops you from doing stuff like that.
right. This is the first challenge. Walking in a wolf. Oh, mate, I'm butchering it. Okay. Oh, man. Right, okay, I gotta remember.
Do you want? Ooh.
I couldn't judge the distance, so that was just a normal jump.
So it is on squares,
Right.
so you can judge the distance like that. If you notice, she moves the same speed always, so like running for longer
Why
doesn't
can I hear, like,
necessarily mean.
Boss music.
Oh,
So it was boss music.
the music in this game is really good. Actually, that's one of the things about the game that I really do like.
Okay, we're going this way. What am I doing?
I'll tell you this now, your head's going to fall off when I play this level in a minute, you know.
Mate, we're not making this jump. We don't have to.
I'll say this though, you've gotten quite far through the level for like this pace, like first time playing it.
Really? Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's me overall impression is it's like a methodical game.
Yeah,
In the sense of it is slow. Like everything's slower.
Yeah, they changed in the ones after this. They did change things to make things feel a little bit faster paced. But you do have to take an approach of you can't just leg it through the game.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
Unless you know what's coming up already.
Yeah. Like modern games, it's just about once you've
Yeah.
got the controls, it's fast.
Yeah.
With this, it's like even though it's the way you move, everything's just slow. Like turn, walk.
Even like some of the like Assassin's Creed back in the day. I know that's not a modern game anymore, but even that, like, you could genuinely run through it and react as you go and like stop yourself falling off stuff and things like that. In this, if you sprint and you don't know what's coming up, you will genuinely just fall off an edge and die. Like,
Yeah.
or you'll just run into an enemy in a corner and get trapped in the corner or something like that.
Oh my god. It's stuff like that. That's just like annoying.
I will say this, but I reckon by the end of the third level, you'll probably have gotten used to that. Like, not running up to the edge, making sure you hold walk when you get to an edge. Stop yourself falling off like that.
To be fair, I'm still like getting used to the buttons.
Yeah. I feel like I could give you one tip. If it's a one, so have you got used to like the fact that it's in squares now? Like what I mean by that, like it looks like it's square by square.
Not really, but kind of, yeah.
So if you walk right up to the edge there and hop back, that's one square. You just hop back one square.
So I can hop
So
forward
they
one
call
and
them
one fall
tiles.
off.
So if you hold forwards, you'll take 2 steps and then jump, guaranteed now, no matter what.
Because we're on the second tile.
Because we've gone to the back of the first tile, so we
Right.
are 1 square's length. So when we hold forwards and jump now, you will guaranteed jump before falling off the edge. You will not go off the edge
Oh, right,
because
okay.
you've come back 1 tile. If you are 1 tile away from the thing you're landing on, you don't need a run and jump. You can make it with a single jump. If you're more than 1 tile, you're best doing a run and jump. because you might need to grab, or you just might need that tiny bit of extra distance on your jump. So here now, there's a photo mode, which is, there you go. So that was like 2 tiles worth of width. So you needed a run and jump to make it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Kind of.
There is a photo mode, so you can like take an in-depth look around that wasn't in the original game. It's both the sticks clicked in. Will let you like take like a full, like, free camera around the area if you get like super stuck or anything. Or you can just ask and I'll tell you where to go, obviously. Action Pix does everything. Yeah.
Right. I was going to say I picked it up before, but
Yeah.
I must have pressed X by accident. Right. Oh, I thought this. No, this is just an extra room.
Did you hear a noise go? Boom?
Yeah.
So that's a
like
secret. That's
room.
the secret, yeah.
Well, that's worrying because I thought this was the way. Because where are we meant to go?
It's a lot more obvious than it looks, I'll say that. There's not much to the first level like it is. It's basically like, oh, it looks like I might have to do that. Oh, you've got to do that.
Oh, I didn't see that before. I've just come over here by pure chance.
Yeah. I think it must have been in the development team mind when they made the look button to be like, people are genuinely going to have to look around these levels to see, oh, that looks like it might be something. Things I'm getting used to, not being able to just jump straight away.
Yeah, this will be like a feature.
So that there is a 1 tile, see what I mean? So if you walk to the edge of that and jump, you'd have just landed on the ledge.
Yeah.
Gotta say, I like that you're playing it in the old school style, like you've gone straight down the old school.
Retro. But yeah, you can tell back then, like you look at games now. Oh my god. Games now, you're spoiled, like, so stuff like this you don't take in. Oh, what the hell? I'm trying to speak and there's just shit happening. Like back then, this was probably part of the fun of the game, like exploring and figuring it out. Now, you just take that for granted in modern games.
Well, there's a few games I've started doing all the classic games again, just playing through them. Not for YouTube, but just literally playing through them. There's a game called Siphon Filter, and do you ever remember old Resident Evil where you'd have to aim and move across the little red dot? Siphon Filter was a bit like that. You would have to aim and move your sight around with certain weapons. And getting used to that again was crazy. Like not being able to use the analogs to aim stuff, and you had to use the D-pad to move your aim across. I'm gonna have to tell you something now, just to remind you, you haven't saved the game at all.
Oh shit, yeah.
Just because I would feel harsh if you died now. Like,
because we go back to that save point.
You go back to where you last saved it, yeah. Or the whole level. If you selected that, you've just loaded the game. Oh no!
Thanks, mate. Could have used that tip.
Oh Lord, I thought you might. To be honest, that's my fault. But I thought you would have read load game and that.
I'm just used to going on. I'm not even used to saving the game manually.
At least you know what to do.
I don't. I'm gonna have to.
I seen that then last minute. I was like, oh look, you go across to save game.
Oh my god.
That's devastating, that, you know. I feel bad now, but genuinely, had you died there, you'd have gone back here then anyway. Yeah. So I had to tell you.
You gotta learn to know. Do that again.
At least you know what to do now. Might see some new stuff as you're running through.
Yeah, these bats are getting smoked.
Your bats are a one-shot kill as well, so I will say she's mostly accurate, but she's not 100% accurate. So the further away the enemy is, there is a chance to miss.
Alright, okay.
But obviously you take that risk, don't you? Letting the enemy get closer means that they've got more chance to get you as well. I feel like you have got used to like at least running and turning while you're running, having to hold down both buttons and stuff though.
Yeah, well, just then, funny enough, I was using the analog and then switched back to it's.
You can use it. You can use the analog. It's with just how slow she turns. Though I always, I've always felt that using the D-pad, my brain automatically assumes it will be clunky. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Whereas I'm used to using an analog and just immediately doing stuff. Well, I say immediately when you've crossed the centre.
It's like hard going, innit? Like,
yeah.
Fucking.
And if you go back to it, I'll see if I've got an old pad to show you in a minute. Well, I'll find it. The old buttons were hard. Like, it was like hardened plastic. So pressing them like genuinely hurts. Analog. Like, it genuinely hurts. So this is something you didn't do last time. But I'll say this is smarter than what you did do last time.
Yeah, because they don't...
Yeah, because
they're asleep. Well, one's asleep.
One's asleep. He does wake up, but you're on the bridge, so...
Right, okay.
Can't reach you.
Yeah, I jumped down and started the fight.
Yeah, there's that is something they have done well in this game. Like, there's even back then, they didn't make it so like wolves could just do stupid stuff and jump like
because I was thinking like
to come and get you.
Normally in games, it's like you trigger the enemy to get you.
You can think of a lot of the enemies in this game as having to also follow the same rules you follow.
Mm.
Oh, you didn't fit now.
God,
dealing with the bear now.
What the hell? It just... Oh my god.
You killed him.
Oh. I feel like that's a fucking trapdoor. At least we got...
That's where the wolves are, by the way, in there. You're in that cave again now. Absolute mayhem.
It's just one wrong move and you just you
can't do yourself in, literally.
Take that.
What else is mad is, and it won't matter this, which is why I'm going to mention it to you. If you're standing on that plate, the door won't shut, I don't think, by the way. There's, because you had to reload, you'd forgotten what you'd already done. So the med pack you picked up at the very start of the game, you don't have that now, because you'd saved before you picked it up. Do you remember in the secret, and you jumped up and slid?
Yeah, say it again.
Because you loaded your game before, and you have to do everything manual, that med pack you picked up in the secret, you don't have that now. So it's still back there.
I knew that. I just left it. Yeah. No, I did think
you won't need it. You won't need it.
Yeah. I just left it, to be honest.
And that's one of the things I struggle with, is remembering when I die what I've already done to have to go and do it again, so I don't miss stuff I want.
No, to be honest, I did just I left it. I just wanted to get back to where he was at. But
what you might have noticed there as well is your roll got cancelled because you fell off a ledge and she ended up facing the same way.
Right. This bear's getting like...
Never trust that you're the right distance away. If you ever think I might not be the right distance, just walk to the edge and...
Right. It's just it is slow and methodical, isn't it? It's like the boss music again.
I know I'm telling you a lot, but I will speak a lot less in the following missions. It's just I feel like it genuinely. I think the UI and the teaching of how to play it's non-existent in these games. Like, it doesn't exist. But in the plus side, you've gone through this part way quicker than you did the first time.
Yeah, because I know what I'm doing.
Just remember when you're saving to actually go to save and not load.
Right. Oh, I can't. I'm not used. Yeah, I'm not used to the running jumps. I'm trying to do everything too fast. I'm just going to have to do everything.
I help yourself then, because I knew you're not far enough away, so you're going to fall off the edge. See what I mean? You've got to go. You've got to use the whole block.
Is that what you're on about, the square thing?
Yeah, you've got to use the whole tile. There is a technique you can use to shorten it. The door's closed, by the way, it's on the timer.
This is a game for fucking masochists or whatever the word is, like people who just love suffering.
Yeah, there is a technique to shorten your jump distance up, but it involves walking into a sprint jump. So once you get used to just running and jumping and stuff, they'll teach you how to do that, so as to not confuse things. It's not hard to do, but it confuses the whole tile system, and it's vital to get used to the tile system in order to do the later levels. See there, so you've just ended up.
Yeah, because it's the square thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So even these stairs, they're built on one tile. See what I mean? So it's 2 steps every stair. So you'd be able to do a run and jump on all of the stairs, as long as you step on them at the right time. Yeah, tap shooting. It's
Just to see how many.
Never seen that before. How many shots it takes.
How many shots? Right.
Distance does affect your shots, by the way, so bear that in mind. If you're miles away, it'll take 4 shots. Right, you just click save. That's it. Right. Save the game.
We're here.
There's not even so much as an acknowledgement to say that saved that. Like, it doesn't come up anywhere. There's nothing. There's no UI in the whole game. Like, there's no crosshairs. There's none of it.
Yeah, I can't manually judge the squares, so I'm gonna have to just.
Well, I can only do it because I've played the game for hundreds of hours, like, so I know. Oh, that looks like this when I'm there. You see that, you just make that easily then because you judged it and used the square.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting is this part of the level. You ever seen that gate before and you were like, oh, I might be able to go through there. I'll just go and have a look. Like the little wooden gate.
What? Sorry, I can't hear the music's.
Oh yeah. There's before when you seen the gate, and you'd run up to the gate earlier on.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I might be able to go over. I think I'm probably gonna have to climb up through the hole.
Oh yeah.
That this room is on the other side of that gate. That's where we are now.
All right.
There is a way to get through that gate. It's glitched out, like it's not. You're not supposed to do it.
It's like a speed run thing.
Yeah. I'll show you it in a minute, like it.
Right. Am I going to take damage? I don't think so. Do you know, I swear to God that this door closes. It's on a timer.
I think that door is on the timer, by the way. It's just a longer one. And that's the end of caves, lad. It'll ask you if you want to save now, I think.
Easy.
Oh no, it doesn't. Save immediately at the start of the level. So that we can get back to this level. Yeah. Right, so that's caves done. Yeah. We'll fly back through it and I'll show you some of the stuff just to see what you reckon on the level so far.
Tedious is the word. It's not enjoyable. It's good exploring.
Need the sound, by the way, you can have the sound.
It's good exploring, but and I can imagine back in the day it was fun.
Yeah.
But coming from a modern perspective, it is the word I'd use is tedious.
Yeah, it does take some. It takes some proper. And I mean that is the truth. There's not a lot going on in that level either.
No, there's a couple of bats. I mean, there's a few. Yeah, to be fair to it, there's a few. You know, hidden surprises like the bears, cool, the little rooms, stuff like that, and even just experiencing it for the first time. But the controls are very much.
Yeah, they are. They take some getting used to.
It's just a slow paced thing, which is probably, like I keep saying, part of the game back in the day. Oh yeah, you getting it?
Oh, that was
getting fancy with it.
Press circle there by accident. I might have the back button selected to something. I'll check that in a minute. That's the way you can do it. But the way you done it, I think, is how they intended it to be done. Like just climb up and slide down and jump. But it is interesting to see just the difference of when you first start out. Because I still remember doing it now. Like you'd have to go up to every block and just like let me make sure I make this jump. And there's parts in the game later where I'd absolutely still do that now because you can just, if you don't get the right distance.
Yeah.
Obviously later on, that bad stuff. later on it gets like fully, like this is the max distance for a jump. You need a run and jump, and you need to grab to get to make it. There's another secret area here. You can get that thingy there. The old bat.
It's mad, isn't it?
It is mad. Just the movement difference. And I'll show you modern controls at some point. Like you can have a little mess around with them. The jumping's tougher with modern, I feel, until you get used to it. Like people at the start used to just spin around on the spot to build up speed, literally. See if we can make that.
Does jumping make you faster, or is that just you doing that because
you are slightly quicker when you're jumping, yeah. But you don't need to jump. It's not like super noticeable. So here you can go through this gate. So I'll show you. Let's is that the load game or the save game? Or it's the right stick. It's the right stick. I'll make a separate one for me, so that we know.
Right, okay.
Oh,
so this is a glitch.
This is a glitch. You're not meant to do this. I just need to remember how to even freaking do it. So you jump up on the corner. Turn Lara so she's about there, and it's one. So you're doing 2 standing jumps in a row is tough because she starts running.
Yeah.
It used to be way easier back in the day because it didn't respond as fast as the PS5 does. So now like your inputs are like bang on it. Like you can, so there it's like 1, 2, run, jump, grab, and you'll go through the gate. And then you could literally, this is that area at the end.
Yeah, I remember.
And you could literally get up onto the top.
Is that a glitch?
Yeah, that's it's called a corner bug. So you can, because Lara can't go into the wall obviously, but there's a space above, the game like glitches out and forces you up to the point where you could stand up, and that would be the end of the level. So you literally just run around there and just jump to the end of the level.
Do we get to see the time differences because of the saves, or is it? Do we?
So if you look here now, 3 minutes.
3 minutes. What was mine?
People have finished that level in like 59 seconds and stuff like genuinely quick. I think yours was about 11 minutes.
Does mine count the reload? Or?
No, when you reload it goes back to the time that you were at. Yeah, the recording will tell you that we've been recording about 35 minutes.
Jesus.
But yeah, the way the level's meant to be played, you'd go through, obviously here, and then continue there. And what you've done is what you can do is go round the bridges. The fastest way to do it is to actually just drop down and just kill the wolves. But if you can just start shooting them from like here, and they'll just die. And then you can actually, this jump's actually makeable. When you do jump up directly straight, you move like 1 frame forward. So if and I'll only show you this because I think it's worth noting. If I'm too far away here, if I started jumping from here, eventually I'd be able to grab on.
Alright.
So she moves slightly forwards each time. So
eventually. I've played this game before
just
to know all this.
Too long, mate. Far too long. I've got a couple 100 hours on PS5 and PS4, I think, for this remaster. Then obviously that doesn't include all the time for... You've done the bear exactly right, you just drop down and do the kill. There is a med pack over here in this corner here. You just missed. That's not even a secret, that's just there. And then for these wolves now, that secret area, you can shoot them from up here and just stand still. Or that secret area you went to before, you can access it from this side as well. And you can stand here and just turn around and kill the wolves, like from where we are. And they'll just like run round in the room.
Yeah, because they can't get here.
Yeah. So you can use that to your advantage, like on the other levels. If you're above and you can see the enemy, you can kill them from above.
Because it locks on with the guns out. Right.
I think the only other thing worth showing would actually be
How did you even remember where all these are?
Mate, I know every inch of this game in particular.
Wild.
The further in you get, like, for example, number 5 and 6, I know my way through it, I know where most of the stuff is, but I don't know where it all is. But this game I've played more times than it, and I know where every enemy is, like every net pack.
Yeah, every little...
Like, even here, you can side hop if you're far enough away. Come on, Lara, grab on. And it is mad. Like, it is a game. That's one of the things I enjoy about it. You can learn it to the extent where you know exactly what's going to go on. So if I run forward and shoot that wolf, you'll die before I fall down. Like, every time.
Yeah.
And you can learn it to that extent.
Suppose that's the difference as well. When you look back at modern to old school, there's a lot more dynamic now with the AI. So like things that wolf
things
can
change.
Yeah,
that wolf might not
change,
go there, but
or it might not even be there.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just the same things happening.
Yeah. Whereas in this game, if I know, like with that wolf there, if I just keep running in a direct straight line facing the door, he'll never get to me. But if I run to the left and then come round, he has a chance to get you. Like it is exact distances. Like there's enemies later on in the game where it'll be like, right, if I attack this enemy from this point, he can reach me, whereas if I run this route, he won't get to me in time.
Yeah.
So it is, I'll just make it a separate save here. It is, like, it's very exact.
Yeah.
I think is the best way of putting it. Like it's an exact game.
It's the old school, isn't it?
Yeah. That's Caves, the first level. What do you reckon on that? If you only played that level and we weren't doing something like this where it's like we'll play the next level, would you have played the game on?
No.
No.
but only because if we were sat now in 1996 and you asked me that question, it might have been yeah.
Well, that's good. And then you wouldn't have had them graphics and stuff like that. That's why people played it.
I don't even mean that. I just mean games were spoilt now. So that to me, without being harsh on the game, is quite boring.
Yeah.
So no, right now in the modern time, I'd say no.
Yeah.
But 1996, I might have said yeah.
Well, that's the first level, lad. So if you liked it, make sure to like, comment, and throw a little sub on. And we're gonna just crack on with some of the other levels now. So see you in them ones. Peace.